I figured, hey, since we had a great time with whatever happened to part 1, I thought I'd do a part 2. Whatever happened to Herman Cain? Herman Cain was all out there around the 2012 presidential election trying to vie for a spot either in somebody's administration or being president himself. And he came out with this ingenious plan for taxes.
It's 999.
Well, it got ate up by economists and everything. But being that he was the former CEO of Godfather's Pizza, that 999 was so electric. Well, whatever happened to him? Well, he pitter-pattered around the Republican Party for a while. And when Trump came out, he went heads over heels for the guy. So much so that he went to a Trump rally. The guy above him, that's Paris Denard from part 1. But anyway, he went to that rally and sadly died from COVID. The same COVID he was trying to say, see people, you can hang around and not get COVID. God bless him and God bless his family. And sadly, we have Kanye West. Yep. All I can say is, I like this Kanye West, but I don't know who this guy is. And I'm going to leave it at that. Next, we have Candace Owens. When she talked about the black race and black people and what they needed to do, she was all over conservative media. Until they didn't need her no more. Until she had served her purpose. Now, she's still out there getting her clickbait and she's saying controversial things. But she's not as prominent as she used to be. And it really makes her look bad. Which is why she hasn't been on any main conservative news stations lately. It's because of what she said about Israel. She put on Twitter, and I quote, "No government anywhere has the right to commit a genocide ever. There is no justification for a genocide. I can't believe this even needs to be said or is even considered the least bit controversial to state." Well, that was kind of implying that Israel was committing genocide against the Gazan and Palestinian people. The Jewish community did not like that. Fox News did not like that. So now she's out trying to put that fire out. That's the last I've seen of her. And we have Omarosa. We all know Omarosa from her time on The Apprentice to her time on all these other reality shows until she started to campaign with and for Donald Trump. And this is what she said about the lovable Donald Trump.
Every detractor will have to bow down to President Trump. It's everyone who's ever doubted Donald, whoever disagreed, whoever challenged him. It is the ultimate revenge to become the most powerful man in the universe.
She supported him all the way to the White House and served in the White House, becoming one of the only black people to actually serve in the executive mansion under his administration. Because, racism. Of course, he had Ben Carson, but he was not in the executive mansion. And just like all things Republican and all things Trump, he dumps her. And she goes out and says this.
You're right, you had a blind spot.
I did. Well, because, I also write about being a part of what I call the Trump world cult. It's a cult of personality, and I was caught up in it. And
Is it being brainwashed? I mean, what is it?
I think when you're a part of a cult, you don't realize that what you're doing is completely against the grain, and it's undermining the very fabric of our democracy. I had no idea that supporting Donald Trump in the way that I was causing so much damage until I was on the outside and I had a good way to take a view of what was happening.
What that meant was she gave Donald Trump and the Republican Party her black card. They drained it and her of all of its blackness, and now she's trying to get her black card back. Do you think she got it? And there's a couple more. There's Mia Love, there's Dr. Ben Carson, and Alan West. A lot more we can go through. But again, these are just some of the people that the Republican Party see as a black foil, as a black mascot, put them out there, and when their star power leaves, they discard them. What do you think?